Just kidding. Hi, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for coming. Actually really excited about the responses that I've been getting back on these videos. So I'm glad that you guys like them and that you actually want to keep seeing them. Like, I'm super impressed by that because I wasn't expecting this many people to actually like them, but I'm glad you guys do. So definitely leave me some more comments about what you like about it and what you think I could do next or what you want to hear about. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the feedback. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe because I noticed a lot of people do, but you say you like the video. Make sure you like and subscribe, please. but, oh, also, happy World National, or is it just World Mental Health Day, because that is a big accomplishment, especially for people who may have a stigma about mental health. Mental health is very, very important, and that's pretty much what my channel is about. Taking care of yourself. Obviously, big part of it is your mental health, and I really, really stress that a lot, like to everybody I know. I really stress mental health is very, very important, and I'm very glad that you guys actually care about your mental health, because without your mental health, everything else is no go. But I'm glad to see that. I'm glad to see you guys are watching. I'm glad to see that you guys are participating with me and that you guys actually like the channel. Thank you so much. So today I actually want to talk about how to stay motivated during a pandemic. I had such hard time with this. I was not doing videos because I was watching too much news. I was consuming way too much media, and it was just kind of getting to me. Like, it was really, really like affecting me like negatively. And for somebody like me, I think I care a lot and overthink a lot, and that could be really, really, really stressful during these times. So what I wanted to do first was kind of just make sure that, like, when you are working on improving yourself or towards a goal or something that needs a deadline, you have to figure out how to get out of your own headspace, which is super hard sometimes. But one of the tools that I use is journaling. Journaling is really important to me because sometimes I don't always have somebody to talk to about the issues that I face, or somebody might, like, people usually don't understand these issues. Not everybody faces the same kind of issues. Completely understandable. And sometimes you just don't feel like talking about it. You would rather write it out. Perfect. Now, I will suggest just writing it out. Sometimes like a little notepad or something so you could write these things out. I usually just write in my phone notes if I'm out about like something that just made me mad. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so irritating, this, that, and the other, yada, yada, yada. No matter how small it may have been or how big it may have been, sometimes it helps just to get it out so you're not just ruminating about it in your head. You're not just going over things and repeating it all over. And you can have it in the notes. Like, you may have forgotten like how big it was, or may have forgotten some of the details about it, but sometimes you'd be surprised by the things you can remember if you start writing it down. Another thing I like to do to kind of clear my head and kind of make sure I can stay focused on me and what I'm trying to do is go for a walk. I'll go for a walk, I'll call a friend, I'll play with my dog. She's very big, she's very cute. And just kind of get out of your head, because that helps a lot. And another thing I really wanted to stress was, when you're trying to keep up with your own goals, make sure that you don't have any extra distractions, such as consuming a lot of media. Definitely guilty. Worrying too much about other people who are not in your control. Wow, this fly is really disrespectful. But worrying about people who are not you, who you cannot control, people who you may love to death and they won't listen for whatever reason. And that's okay. You don't control them. You don't have the ability to control people. That's okay. Let it go. And also things that are going on externally in the world. Like, we all know there's plenty going on in 2020 for us to worry about. However, we have to make sure that we ourselves can make sure that we're managed enough to, like, self-manage yourself. You have to keep yourself in check, because you need discipline in order to accomplish goals. So be disciplined, set goals, keep yourself goals. Make sure that you keep your promises to yourself. Make sure that you're thoroughly meeting those goals and that you do not disappoint yourself, because once you disappoint yourself, it's so hard to kind of keep yourself accountable, because you start slacking in little ends where you should not be slacking, and then it just adds up, and then at the end of the day you're really disappointed because you haven't kept any of those self promises and you haven't kept any of those deals with yourself that you said. So you start slacking and then it's just all bad and it's all downhill and you don't want to do that. Another thing that I wanted to say was that, oh, excuse me, allergy season, y'all. Oh my gosh. Another thing that I wanted to say was that sometimes we get wrapped up in friends, right? Because friends are such a big influence of a lot of people's lives. Let's just face that. And if your friend's going through a tough time, or you know, maybe you're not communicating with friends as much as you would like to, like, hey, call me up, text me, whatever, whatever, and that may not be going as well as you would like that too. But also learn not to take a lot of things personally, because the more you take personal, the more you get wrapped up in your head, and it allows you to overthink. And you don't need to always overthink. It's like overthinking leads to so much more anxiety, depression, stress. Don't let it happen. Don't do it. Once you start to realize that everything is not personal, that person may be going through a lot in their life and they maybe don't have a good way of coping. But that doesn't mean you have to take it as you did something. Just learn to let it roll off your back. Not everything is personal. If somebody snapped at you when you were in the grocery store or whatever, don't take it personal. They're having a bad day. And you shouldn't let these 3 or 5 second interactions mess up your whole day. Like, you have this whole great aura, this whole great vibe, this whole great, shoot, some of y'all are gorgeous, blow me out the water gorgeous, this whole great aesthetic. Your personality just radiates, right? Why would you let somebody ruin your whole day over a 10 to 15 minute interaction because they had a stank attitude? No ma'am, no sir. You're not going to allow that. So I would suggest journaling. I would suggest meditating if you can, or take a walk, whatever you would like to do. I would suggest kind of just getting out of your own headspace in order to keep yourself on track. Sometimes you can talk to a friend and they'll be like, hey, yeah, I did notice you started slacking on that. What happened? But you also have to be able to take constructive criticism, because a lot of people aren't hating on you. They want to see you live up to your best potential. They want to see you do great. They want to see you accomplish those goals. And a lot of people are automatically defensive in that. No. Let people help you. They really want to. They really want to see you happy. They really want to see you reach those goals. And if they start seeing you slacking, they will. They will say something. And you should love that somebody's going to say something and hold you accountable besides yourself. Because sometimes yourself isn't enough. And let you be able to say that. Okay, that's all I wanted to talk to you about. I hope y'all have a great week. Actually, no, I will be seeing y'all in a few days because I am going to hold myself accountable and I'm going to upload a new video soon. Hope you have a great day.